Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Australian report for the 25th of March, and starting with the ASX on the 4-hour chart here. We've been working through this particular correction here from wave 3 to wave 4 here as an A wave, a triangle here for wave B, and down for wave C here. We're starting to see the markets lift off here nicely over this week, and I think it's because we know that the material sector has been weak, so it's coming from the banks. So I think it's important for us to look at the banks first. If this is correct, this count, then we should see a move that should just continue to make a new high up to at least the 7,000 area, or at least above the top here for this. So we really need to have a look at banks first. So let's just go and have a look at CommBank, as it takes up 9% of the index or thereabouts. I'm not quite sure these days, but the way that I've been looking at it, as you know, is been looking at the wave 3 here, with an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here down here for wave 4. But as we discussed yesterday as well, we could probably also view it as wave 4 here, with wave 1 here, and then an A and a B and a C for wave 2 here. And that seemed to have played out quite nicely actually yesterday, getting that that strong move up through here. So we'll just need to see if that's going to follow through a little bit. But let's go just check on that in a little bit of detail on the tick chart. So yes, we've been viewing in two ways, from the top here as wave A, B, and coming down for wave C here. But it's not looking good for a wave C here. It's not out of the woods just yet though, because we looked at this as being wave 1 here and 2 here, and then down for 3 here, and then we were looking for wave 4 to pull back, and then we should have seen wave 5 move down, but we haven't seen that. So can it still be that wave 4 is down here? Yes, it could be. So we know that between wave 2 and wave 3 here, we have 5 waves of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So that means that, well, could it be all of this down here just for wave 1, and we've got a bigger bearish picture coming to the downside? So can we have this as wave 1 down here, and coming back for wave 2 here, and this here at the ASX200 is the 61.8% mark here. And if I had to count this up from wave 1 to wave 2 here as an ABC correction, I would have to label it wave A here and wave B here, and then 1 and 2 here, and going up for 3, 4, and 5 here. So that would leave us with a bit more of a high to come in, so wave 4 to pull back, and then wave 5 here, and then the ABC pattern here for this, and then coming down from that point. But at the same time, it can just continue to push up from that point. So the classic trading level pattern is going to play out really nicely here for this. So if we consider this an A and a B wave here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, the first high above the level, that's where we want to go long from at that point, because that would eliminate any move to the downside at that point. So that's where we have been short here. We've been stopped out just in here, and this is where we can go long from at this point here. And if we go long from this point, remember that that if this is correct with wave 1 up here and wave 2 here, that means that we'd be going up for, just copy this here, that means it would be going up for wave 3 there, and then that would put us, you know, quite a long way up at that point, wouldn't it? Because we'd still have wave 4 and wave 5. If wave 1 is this length here, then wave 3 is going to be longer than wave 1, and then we'll still have 4 and 5 to take us even higher at that point. So all very sort of interesting, but we can't confirm this wave 3 here until we get past, or sitting on, the 61.8% here at the 86.50 as the support. So the 86.50 is an important level because if we use the Fibonacci numbers as a price ratio, it would have 81, 82, 83, 85 and 88. And halfway between 5 and 8 is the 86.50, which is also part of Group 2 as well. But I won't go into that at the moment, but that's where all that's sitting here for the moment. So it appears that the banks will take control of this. Thursday's got a habit of opening higher and then closing down for the day, but the bullish weekly cycle would have us bearish on the Thursday, looking to be bullish on the Friday and the Monday. So if you were going to catch a trend to the upside here, then it would be the Friday. It would be the important one. So moving in Friday morning, Friday afternoon, Monday morning, and you'll see profit taking coming in on Tuesday, our morning session, and then the trend will resume again on Tuesday afternoon, and then we hit Wednesday and Thursday, which will be bigger swing days again. So let's just see if we get this. I mean, obviously I can count this up here as being bullish as well, but we'll do that tomorrow in that instance. So down here as an A and a B and a C here for this blue wave 2 is looking quite good at this stage. So let's just see how that plays out at that point there. That would also take A and Z higher as well. So if we have a quick look at A and Z, this is just the daily chart here. So once again, here we're looking for a possible, from this wave 4 here, we can count 1 and 2 here, and then we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the third wave, fourth wave. I could probably put this up a degree or two, but another degree higher, but it's okay for where it is at the moment, for the fact, just a thing of counting. But a trade here would be sufficient to take us to 30 at least at this point. So if we have a quick look at the tick chart of how that can move us in here with this. So this is the picture here. This would be, just rearrange this to wave 4 over here, wave 5 over here, and I'll put wave 3 there and put that over there. So we can go long here. It's just finding a way in here. So one of the important things here, the levels, is the 28 where we're sitting at the moment. So we could go, you can go long any time really, but going across here would be helpful above that particular high here. So 28.50 would be the go. You don't particularly want to go at 28.50 because there will be sellers there, but if you went at 28.53, then all the sellers will be taken out at 50 because they'll be sitting there at 48.50 and 51. Yeah, so we'll see how that plays out at that point there for that. Okay, the resources. So let's just talk about China for a moment. So this is the monthly chart for the A50, the top 50 stocks. So it's really, this move down is affecting our iron ore price as well. Now, there has been a policy put into that the CCP have put it out to the steel mills, in some of the biggest steel mills, and the CCP have asked them, they've got problems with the smog, so they're asking the steel mills to cut production by 35% in some cases and 50% in other cases, and that's going to run for the next since till March till June, I think it is. I need to reorganize, read that particular article, but there's going to be less iron ore because of the smog that they want to reduce. Well, I mean, that could be the case, but the Chinese have got, you know, they're fantastic business people, as we know. They've always been business people from the day dot, and they just like doing business, and you got to take your hat off to that. So, you know, they would probably want to see iron ore prices lower, and cutting production on the steel for a 3-month period to reduce the smog is a good excuse to handle that supply and demand stockpile issues and getting stuff at a cheaper price. So that said, let's look at the iron ore price, which is also, this is from China as well, these prices. So as you know, and I've been harping on about, we looked at this as the ABC correction here, and I originally had that as wave 4 there, and looking at this as possibly wave 1 and wave 2 to pull back, but we've made a new low here, so I can't view it like that. So I need to view it like this here as an A and a B and C, but I'm staying with this as a correction. Now the correction may travel more sideways across the 1000, trading level 1, the strongest number in the market, or it may just go up from here. So we'll just wait and see. At this point, but I'm staying with the fact that this is a corrective pattern here in this first swing, so it makes whatever happens over here all part of this particular correction. So we're still bullish. So even though BHP and Rio and all that are dropping, this is still corrective on this side. So, but those other stocks like Rio and FMG, let's have a look at FMG here, Fortescue's. So Fortescue's I've got here as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here. If I had a choice between buying Rio or FMG, it would definitely be FMG, based off their patterns, because the Rio one concerns me a little bit. When we find Rio here, it's up off its low here, so even if it had this sharp move down, it'll have a rally after that move and then another move down. But with Rio here, I can count 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. So really, I think this could come down further than, below the 1000. That's what I'm saying here. Because when you look at the classic trading levels pattern, we know what that is, don't we? So if we treat this as the 100 going across here, we've had the arrival, the reaction, and the first high above the level, which is in 5 waves here. And now we're down on this first move coming down through here somewhere. So we still need that and that here before we get that and that over here for that, if that's going to be the case at all there as well. Because sometimes these tops, they don't always come back over here. They can be much more serious tops and continue down at that point. I don't think that's the case, but that's where we are in the classic trading levels pattern, the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and we're about here. So when we go back and view that here, we've got the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level in 5 waves. It's still in 130 here, so that's all part of group 1. It's not like it's up at 150. If we get a tested support at 130, then we know that would be leaving the 100 at that point and will be pulled up to the 150. But we never got support on the 130. So markets top out normally in 1, 2, or 3 here. Sometimes they can just go a little bit above, but not finding support there. So this is in more of a bearish case here. It's not to say that FMG won't also extend into a bigger bearish case here as well. It may do that. It may end up being, we don't know this yet, it may end up being 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, and then having an A, B, C here for this, and then having another 5 waves down here for this to make the wave 4, and then moving up, and this wave 4 goes all the way over here for this. We don't know that just yet. I've just got it as an A, B, C here because, because I was trying to aim for this wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here, basically. But yeah. Anyway, that's where that is. And obviously BHP, we can look at BHP. It has where is it here? BHP, of course, is, it's got copper involved. It's one of the biggest copper ones. It's got crude oil, so a bit more of a mix here. I've got a position in this, and I just thought that I would just continue to hold it and just look for a buying opportunity when that came up. I know that we've got this move down through here could be counted, you could count it in 5 waves, but it's probably better off as 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 here. So that would bring us down into wave 3 here for this, then 4, and then 5 for that here. So there can be more to be played out here for this. Just give me a look here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 5. Yeah, it could play out. It could play out longer as well. It could be something like this here. So you'd need to be prepared to take the rough with the smooth here and look at this as another buying opportunity once we get it sorted out. Also with the copper as well, we need to have a look at copper. So we know that copper is in a corrective pattern as well. So an A wave, a B wave and a C wave here. And this move up through here is also in a B wave here. So I'll just assume that we'll get a C wave down through here. And it's yesterday it came down a little bit, rejecting the 9,000 there. You can see how it's been rejected. Will it come down further? Probably a little bit further. You know, we could normally use the Australian dollar against copper. Same here. This is just an hourly chart, so a bit more detail where the copper with 4-hour chart, but basically A, B and C here for the A wave, and A and a B and a C here for the B wave, and 5 waves coming down for the C wave here down to 75, and we're not there yet for that, so that's got more to come down here, or a wave 4 to come in here for this. So I'll pull that apart next. I'll have a look on our website. You'll see the Australian dollar and all the other currencies there. But yeah, so that's got to play out a little bit more. So I think I can just about leave it at that, but I would just like to recap the Australian ASX a little bit more here on the 4-hour chart here. So yeah, this is really messy, all of this, and we're depending on the banks to take us higher at this particular point. On the 1-hour chart, we have been clicked in at a long position here just above the levels there. So there's different ways to count all of this here, so I'm not that fussed about that at the moment. We can expect Thursday to be the bear day, opening higher and closing lower, so I'll take that to there. So we can expect the market to pull back into this space here for that. In terms of counting this to the upside, if we use that low there, which we'll probably have to do, is 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 in here somewhere, and 5 up here. So we could probably expect an A and a B and a C here before we go up higher here. Can this be corrective here and fail from this point? Probably. So the supply zone and the 61.8% is right on the nose here at that. So if it's going to fail, that's where it's going to fail from. That also means that if you're going to go long, you could also go add to the position above that, which we will, but we'll try and bring it down to that second high here, depending on how Thursday plays out as a bearish move, which I would expect it to do. Yeah, well, let's see how that plays out. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.